Hey squaddies, and welcome to Thriving with the Sussexes. My name is Deanna and I'm here to report on all things Sussex. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now let's get on with it. Hey squaddies, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever you're listening, hello. Prince Harry and the other royals unite for a stunning visual at Queen Elizabeth's coffin. All 8 of Queen Elizabeth's grandchildren gathered to honor the late monarch in a moving visual on Saturday. Harry and the other royals gathered on Saturday to host a visual honoring the late monarch at Westminster Hall ahead of her upcoming state funeral on Monday. They all stood with their heads bowed down, with their hands folded in front of them as mourners continued to pass for about 15 minutes, then process out of Westminster Hall. The grandchildren, at the King's invitation, are very keen to pay their respects, just as their parents were doing the evening before, said an invisible royal source. Yes, Tampon Charles decided to make sure to add that he made that call, just as he made the call to uninvite Harry and Meghan for the state reception, but we'll get to that. He's such a real housewife for pulling that insecure and petty move. The entire royal family is such a royal mess, one of the reasons why I call them the welfare royals. Because no matter how much they try to humiliate or take Harry down, he always comes out looking resilient, confident, regal, defiant, and strong. A true king in that family. Such an extraordinary man. It also helps that he has an equally extraordinary wife by his side, Meghan, who has also shown that family and haters what a graceful, confident, and regal queen is supposed to look like. Then the news of them being uninvited to Sunday's state reception for royal leaders and foreign royals after being invited earlier that week, like they need the welfare royals to accept an audience with royal leaders. By Charles pulling one of his typical tantrum last-minute moves, doing something one day and doing the exact opposite at the last minute, just proves once again that he is a lousy father and leader. He's playing king and not acting like one. He knew what he was doing, and of course, this is making him look like the incompetent fool that he is. Look what he did with the royals from Denmark. The guy is an entire clown. So I'm going to call him the Clown King as well. King Tampon and the Clown King. The Clown King is incapable of being a father unless it benefits his image. I watched his older videos where he tries to make himself look like this charming, charismatic father, like he's this intelligent, wise father figure. Diana already knew he was full of it. I was watching her face the entire time while he was talking to these babies. Baby Harry was drooling while the other brother was probably thinking about when he's going to see his favorite toy again. Daddy, please shut up. I want my toy race car back. Meanwhile, Tampon Charles was probably trying to decide what was in his pocket. Was it a tampon or a leaky ink pen? Anywho, away from that clown. Away. Shoo, King Tampon. Shoo. The world is witnessing this circus, and I cannot wait until late Monday night or early Tuesday morning when Harry and Meghan can fly out of that hellhole and return to their babies, Doria, the dogs, peace of mind, positive vibes, etc. This was all just too much. I mean, they literally stopped their lives to honor his grandmother. Can't say the same about the welfare royals. Harry and Meghan, once the Cali and Montecito, can finally let out the huge sigh of relief that they were holding in while they were in that horrible, disgusting, treacherous environment. Oh my gosh. If you don't have any idea what it was like, okay, I'm gonna use an example. Actually, I've seen some mention this as well, so great minds think alike, but it's like a domestic violence survivor facing her abuser. That's how that whole situation was like. And they held their heads up high, resilient, confident, brave, making all of us proud pretty much, And they did it, They had one more day and they'll be free from their place. And then once they're home, they can finally get some much needed rest, mental health wise and physical. Then they can get right back on schedule. I'm hoping that Archetypes returns this upcoming Tuesday. If not, then it's understandable. Our Duke and Duchess needs the much needed break after dealing with the BS. But I'm selfishly hoping the next Archetypes episode comes on Tuesday. I'm so sorry, but Princess Diana called her youngest son Good King Harry, because even back when he was a child, she saw his work. You see the same in Meghan, Good Queen Meghan, or as her mother Doria calls her, Flower. With enough love and nurturing, the flower blooms to become the most beautiful of them all. We have less than 24 hours, I'm hoping, until the Sussexes are finally free without any cheap material from the UK media, as well as leaks. We at the Sussex Squad are way above leaking anything. Our Duke and Duchess aren't about that life. Plus, we're not used to dealing with circus animals who thirst for the unnecessary media attention. And Harry and Meghan aren't owned by the press. They can come and go as they please. And it's not like they need to call the press. The press calls them. They follow them. You all know that Harry and Meghan are friends of the Bidens. Harry was literally adopted by them after spending time with his friends, the Obamas. And you know our girl hangs in the same circle, so they'll be all right. As I mentioned before, they don't need the Wherefore Royals to have an audience with world leaders and other dignitaries. And it's not like Prince Harry, the president of African Parks, didn't just co-host a group of U.S. officials, conservationists, and philanthropists recently, while Princess Meghan was chosen as one of the honorees for the Power of Women, alongside other influential women who actually do more than just smile and wave, as well as being at the top of the charts with Archetypes. And it is still in the top spot and top 5 without releasing a single episode last week. As I mentioned before, they don't need the Wherefore Royals. And that reality is why that awful family, as well as haters, despise our faves. Harry and Meghan, they're good. They will be just fine. And hopefully by Monday night, Tuesday morning, they'll be back with people who genuinely love them, with no leaks and Montecito. And remember that news when Tampon charged one of the world leaders to fly a commercial plane and ride buses to the Buckingham Palace? Well, here's U.S. President Biden's response to that. I know that's right, President Biden. I've included all the links to the sources I used, as well as the songs featured on this podcast. And I hope that your day is filled with blue skies, sunshine with positive vibes. I'd like to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell. My name is Deanna, and you are watching Thriving with the Sussexes. Talk to you soon.